ever gone down the YouTube rabbit hole until you find a subject or a hobby that interests you and then you spend hours upon hours upon hours upon hours researching that topic? Well, here's mine. This is a medium called gouache, and I haven't heard of it up until last month, but I stumbled upon a painting video and you can create some pretty cool stuff with it. So it turns out this is the medium that they actually use in old Disney movies as well as Studio Ghibli movies. I picked up this palette. This is the 36 color twin palette from Himi. Yeah, from Himi. And this is pretty much a student grade gouache, so this is what I'm starting out on for now. And then I picked it because it has a good amount of colors, but not so much to where like I'm limiting myself, because I did want to learn color theory as well. So I'm not an artist, but I'm not new to painting. I used to dabble in acrylic glass painting when that was popular a couple years ago, and then I actually made a bunch of pretty cool stuff and I enjoyed the process. It was really relaxing to me. I just stopped. But this medium, from what I can tell, is a little bit easier than acrylic when it comes to like painting on a canvas or a sketchbook, just because you're kind of able to manipulate this with water because it's water soluble. So I got the palette, but let me show you a couple of the other things that I bought. Luckily, I kept most of my supplies from acrylic painting, so I still have brushes, and I recently made a new palette in one of my old videos from earlier this year. But additionally, I got this water cup. So this is a collapsible water cup, but it looks like a water pot for a plant. So I thought this was pretty cool, and then you're able to hold the brush on top, because when I was painting with acrylic, I found that I would always leave my brushes in the water and then it would be bent at the bristle, so I actually had to throw a lot of them away. But I still have a good amount, so it's fine. And then I also got these kneadable erasers. Now I have drawn on my iPad, and with digital art you're able to decrease the opacity on the layer that you're not working with. This is the way of doing that on an actual sketchbook. So that's what this is for. It's just for lightening my sketches. This is a paint mixer because with gouache you're able to reactivate it with water. So instead of using a palette knife, I figured it would be easier if I used one of these to mix the paint, because you need to mix it initially and then each time you reactivate it as well. Now when I was painting with acrylic, my back was hurting because I would lay it flat on my desk. I got a desktop easel, which you can't tell from this box, but it's a desktop easel that you set on your desk and then you're able to tilt the painting towards you. So this one is height adjustable, so I'm able to adjust it to what works best. And I also went shopping at Michael's because they had their fall sale. So I got, accidentally, I didn't mean to, but I got 2 watercolor sketchbooks. So with gouache painting, you need water when you're painting. So you need a sketchbook and a canvas that's going to be able to hold the water well and not like soak the page. So that's what this is. 2 watercolor sketchbooks. Both of them have 48 pages. One is going to be for landscape painting, or when I first start painting and like my swatches, and then I also want to get into portraits, so that's what this one is going to be used for. And then I took them out the box because I guess I forgot I was supposed to be filming, but I got some fine point pens. This is just for inking the painting after it's done for like the finer details. I got a palette knife. I forgot I had another box. So to go with the palette, I also got the re-wetting spray. So I went with the re-wetting spray that's from the same brand as the palette. So this ensures that the gouache maintains the same consistency, since I'm not diluting it with water technically, I'm just using this. And it also keeps it mold resistant, because it's best to keep the palette wet, but I also want to be able to cover it and store it as well. That's all I got. Now, I'm gonna shut up. You're welcome. You're welcome. And we're gonna unbox and swatch this palette. So let's go. couple days later, since I filmed the last clip that you just saw, I really only had time to swatch and unbox the paints, unfortunately. I really do like the paint. It's a lot easier than acrylic, which is what I'm used to. It's a lot more forgiving, so I was able to just erase my mistakes with swatching with just some tissue and water, which was surprising. It was a lot easier to blend them because it's a water-based solution, so if I didn't blend it right, I could just reactivate the paint with water and blend it out in that little rectangle. But I unfortunately didn't get to paint anything. I will be doing that this weekend, but it's after this video is gonna go up. But if that's something that you want to see, let me know down below in the comments. Oh, also, so I really like the way that the round brush felt with the Himi Gouache palette, or the one that came with the Himi Gouache palette. So I got artist grade, here's an upgrade, artist grade paintbrushes. These are also round brushes. So this one was a 4, I got a 6 and a 3. Yeah, a 6 and a 3. So a little bit bigger and a little bit smaller just for details. Just because my brushes weren't cutting it. So I will be upgrading. I noticed that, like, first of all, they have a curl, so I can't use them anyway for detail. But I do get new brushes, and a new palette knife, but that's really the only change. But that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up, and then also hit the subscribe button down below, and leave the little bell if you want to be notified whenever we post. And Jay just uploaded a video. It was her fall outfit, so if you need some outfit inspo for fall, go ahead and check that out. It'll be on the screen in a couple seconds. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!